Hey, what's going on, you guys? Theo here with the Big Review, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video, and today is a very special day. Today is going to be a subscriber special celebration. It's also meant to be a send-off proper to the 7 Nights collab, which only has a couple days left, and by the time I put up this video, it will be the day that it will be going away. So for those of you who hate this collab, congratulations, it's over. For those of you who were not able to get everything that you wanted and did not want to see it go away today, I'm sorry. And for those of you who love 7 Nights and are going to miss it, well, I hope you got everything you wanted. But before we jump into it, guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Now, as you can see, I picked up some of these token packages. I did this because I wanted to do this video today as the send-off video, like I said, and then kind of just talk shop with you guys. But I picked those up because there's things we need. We need to, first and foremost, get Shane. We do not have her. We're going to be going to Pity for her, more than likely. Probably going to Pity regardless. And then we also need some of the cards. Now, there's a couple things I'm hoping to accomplish here today. I want to get Shane, obviously, but I also really need Rachel memories. Rachel is the higher priority for me right now. She's going to be the first character I build because I need her. I really need her for content for you guys, to clear certain things, to break high scores, to do certain things. So we're going to go for those. But Shane, I've also really kind of fallen in love with as a character, just from a kind of design standpoint. And it's not for the reasons you guys think. Get your heads out of the gutter. It's more so because she's just cool aesthetically. Like, I like the way she plays too. She's just fun. But she's going to obviously be lower priority than Rachel, because I need Rachel to clear like RHD and do some more immortal bosses and things like that. But we need the card for Shane as well. I also need the Rudy card for the Knights of Asgard. My other cards are in my inbox at the moment, buried, but I already have 3 of those cards. I have 2, I believe, of the second card and 1 of the third, or vice versa. But then, if you guys don't know this, those CDR cards, the cooldown reduction cards, both of them are incredible. So if you don't have them, make sure that you get them. Those are going to help you a ton with like team relays and things. But I'll probably do a couple of these tickets first. But this is going to be just kind of a summoning video, but if we don't end up getting lucky, that's fine. We have enough to go to Pity with the tickets, and then with the rubies that we have, obviously we would like to get lucky and get some extra memories, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But I really just wanted to do this video for a couple of reasons. This isn't going to be your usual big review video where I'm memeing all over the place and goofing off. This is more so just going to be a pure summon video and me kind of talking to you guys about some things. So one of the first things I wanted to do, obviously, this being a celebration video, as of the time of recording this video, we are around 170 subs, and that is far and away more than I would have ever expected for my first month as a YouTuber. If you're new here and you do not know, I've really only been doing videos for the past 3-4 weeks. I do daily content for King of Fighters All-Star and try to sprinkle in some of the other games that I play as well whenever I get time. But with kind of expectations at the beginning, really I didn't have much of any. This channel has existed in kind of its infancy as more so a way just for me to upload clips of things that I was able to accomplish or do in the game for my friends or my brother who also plays or what have you. And it was just private videos. There's tons of videos on this channel that you guys haven't even ever seen because I just made them goofing around to send to friends. So let's get into this real quick. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't anything I had ever really intended on being a thing. And then I had over the years, you know, I also play other games like Pokemon Go and things like that I've always played. And I've always had friends that have been like, you really need to just do YouTube. You need to do YouTube. You know what you're talking about. You're always so passionate about these games and so on and so forth. And I don't know. For me, it was just never something I had jumped on and did. Some of you may even recognize me in some way, shape, or form from my old internet job, which was several years ago, but much more high profile than just doing a King of Fighters All-Star channel, or mobile gaming channel, as it were. But let's see if here's some red. Maybe we'll get some. No. But it was something I'd been out of the game for a long time, so to speak, and I had not really put a lot of thought into it. And after a while, with so many people telling me, you know, you need to do this, you need to do this, I decided, you know what, let's give it a shot. And luckily for me, you guys have been nothing but welcoming. Oh, there's that Shizuru. Nice. I actually have mine at A4. I might end up taking her to A5 at some point. I could use the blue defense. But yeah, it's something that I am ever thankful for from you guys. And going forward, I don't really know kind of my own expectations for things. But what I do know is I'm going to continue to put out daily content for you guys. And wherever it goes, it goes. So whatever you guys want to do with the channel, it's in your hands. But it's going to be one of those things for me, though, going into the new year, where there are quite a few things that I am hoping to accomplish with the game. One of the big things that I want to do going into next week is I really want to bring you guys some end-of-year content. I have a what to expect in 2021 from King of Fighters All-Star video that I'm wanting to put together, and I also want to do kind of a end-of-year, year-in review type of video. So there's a lot of things that I would like to do here in the next few weeks that I have ideas for. Hopefully Netmarble does allow for it. I would like to get away from doing nothing but guide videos for a week if I could, as much as I know those are helpful towards you guys. And man, we cannot get anything. Man, that's all right. We'll be fine. We expected the shaft, right? Insert shaft meme here. But yeah, so it's one of those things that I've got ideas. There's things I want to do, but sometimes with the updates that Netmarble rolls out, being that the dev team does tend to be fairly on top of things for the most part, eventually. We've been getting a lot of stuff recently, so bear with me, we'll get there. I know those guide videos, for instance, those are really, really helpful and really beneficial for the beginners and the intermediates, but obviously I'm not a beginner or an intermediate, and I know a lot of you guys who watch my channel are also not beginner or intermediate, so it's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword. But I do want to start getting out more showcase videos. I want to start getting out more kind of more difficult content, so to speak, than just things like, you know, early tier RHD and farming videos and things like that. But I get questions on all that those types of things, and I figured that those were going to be topics that were beneficial for other people, and they were. So I appreciate those of you who commented and thanked me for those things or said they were helpful, because that means it was worth it. But, you know, kind of going into next week, for instance, like with this, if I'm able to, I would like to get Rachel built up and get her to a point where I can get through things like Reviving Hell Dungeon Tier 43, which I've been set on for a couple weeks here. I would also like to try and break some records for some of these other dungeons and just bring you guys some different content that is more so kind of in my wheelhouse, the types of things I enjoy doing the most. So those types of things are coming next week. I was hoping to get more memories than just going to pity on this banner, but that's not going to happen. Once we get to pity here, which we're, what, 2 away? We're 2 away. We're going to get Shane with that, unless we get her here, at which point we'll get Rachel, but it's looking like we're going to get Shane with this pity, and then we'll move on to the cards. And we should have enough, if I mathed everything out correctly, we should have enough to also go in and finish the Dellons banner from that first pull video that I did a few weeks ago whenever Dellons first released. You guys might remember I was 3 multis away from the pity for him. So I'm probably going to go in there whenever I finish out this banner here and then finish out the cards, and I will go ahead and get an extra Rachel memory from that. Maybe I get a little bit luckier than I did going for Shane here. So, but yeah, so at the end of the day, there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. I'm also trying to figure out a way to fit other games in. Speaking of, when it comes to other games, I'm considering, and this is something that right now is just an idea, it is not something I have kind of set myself on. There's Shane, look at her. She's adorable. But I'm thinking about whenever they get around to giving us, you know, much less a release date for it. But whenever they give us a global version of Seven Knights 2, I'm actually considering picking it up. I've looked into content on that, and it looks really cool. So I'm thinking I might actually jump on that whenever it comes out. But we'll see. There's things that I would like to do. It's tough enough right now, though, just to get you this daily Ooh, nice. We need these. That's actually one of the things I was hoping we would get. Cool. Let's see. Yep. Awesome. So there's other things I want to do next year with the channel to kind of expand and give you guys more content. But right now, King of Fighters All-Star is definitely going to be the focus. And from there, we'll kind of sprinkle in other things as we can. But kind of moving and transitioning on to just kind of a retrospect on how this collab was. I know a lot of people had issues with the collab. I know a lot of people were upset with the collab for whatever reason. I think that, you know, the biggest thing really, it boiled down to two different points from people. One was that people hated the fact that there was so much power creep with this collab, and then I think the other part of it boiled down to the fact that the rates were not what people were hoping for. Trying to get into both those points separately. Great, another non-banner 5-star card. We still have tokens, we're fine. But I think for some people it comes down to they don't like seeing the King of Fighters characters, I don't want to say discounted, but the King of Fighters characters kind of pale in comparison to characters that aren't even King of Fighters characters, which I totally understand. I think it would have been something that was easier to stomach for people if it would have been, you know, if this would have been Tekken, that would have been one thing, but, or, you know, like maybe a Street Fighter collab. Come on, Netmarble, give it to us. But there's reasons why people, another K card. Shout out to those of you who remember from the last poll session me telling you guys how K tends to follow me around, his card and his memories. K is like my guy apparently. Probably have like 7 or 8 of that card. So yeah, I mean it's one of those things with the collab power creep where power creep is always going to be the nature of the gacha, so it doesn't bother me as much. I'm not going to tell you that it's ideal, but at the same time, look, I think that the majority of the power creep that comes from this collab comes almost solely from the stones being as strong as they are. Obviously, that isn't to take away from the characters at all. Oh, by the way, guys, this card right here, this Yuri Christmas card, Halloween card, get your holidays straight. That actually is a really good card. So, for those of you who don't know, that's good for certain things like challenges and things that you can use that. But yeah, so I think that the stones set a precedence going forward that whether it's a rerun of a collab from the past or a new collab, there is a chance that that is going to be the new norm. And if it is, then you're going to see a big shift whenever collabs come around for these characters. But at the same time, it also gives me hope. On the other side of that, it tells me that there is a chance that instead of just waiting forever to buff a bunch of characters and so on and so forth, there is a chance that Netmarble might decide that they're going to release stones that I'm never going to say are specific to one character. I don't want that to ever happen. But, oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. So we've gotten one of each more of the CDR cards. I think we're at like 3 apiece on those now, which, perfect. That's great. I definitely want more of that Eileene one, though. But keep giving me those. So there is a chance that they'll keep giving us these stones periodically and updating them or giving us different ones, which can definitely vastly help certain characters, I think. So don't think that there just is no hope for your favorite characters. I mean, my favorite character in King of Fighters is King, and she has a bunch of gold border characters that are kind of junk. So, you know, stick it out, you'll be fine. But the power creep, it was always inevitable. There's our pity. We'll use that for Shane's card here in a minute, but pick this stuff up. We might even do some diamond summons too, but I think we have a lot of that laying around that we haven't been using. So yeah, in kind of summary with the Seven Knights collab, it was a good collab. There were certain things about it that were really cool. So I think people tend to dwell on the negative, but For instance, at the beginning, people were complaining that they split the banners. Well, put it this way, all right? And this is what I say to anybody who's upset about the split. Oh, nice. Is that the one I need? Is that... Please be the one I need. I don't think it is. I think I need the... Yeah, I need the second one. Okay. Whatever. So, yeah, I mean... let's see what this is real quick. It's a Fass. It's a Fass. Hey, it's Rock Boy. It's Rock Boy. That's okay. My second favorite character, by the way, is Rock. So, just FYI, in case you ever cared. But so, kind of getting back on the topic, though, I do think, and we'll get into kind of finishing this pity here, since, you know, we might as well. We're 3 away. Might get lucky. Either way, we could use the Rachel memory. So, I think that if, for instance, they had not split the banners, right? Imagine trying to pull for cards, right? Say you need 1 or 2 specific finishers, and they didn't split those card banners. Well, all of a sudden, the pool is so diluted with so many different cards from this collab for other finishers, it might be like the Gintama one where you're pulling... I have probably 5 or 6 of all these different finishers for some of these collabs, and I'll be missing 1. Like, for instance, I do not have Charlotte's finishing card, and I need it for content, but I don't have it. For instance, another one is Becky Lynch's finisher, or Seth Rollins' finisher, and that I attribute mostly to the fact that those banners were so diluted that I just kept getting other cards. So yeah, it's one of those things where don't always dwell and look at the negative on things. Try to look at all the different things that might have gone into that decision, because I do feel like this was an improvement if there's going to be this much stuff in a collab. So yeah, but at the same time, though, there were kind of downsides. I do think that they could have easily made the rates a little bit better. Like, maybe just stuck with, like, the 1% would have been great for people. I think that we're now at such a point with this game where just pulling 1 copy of a character is not even... It shouldn't no longer be the focus. It's now the focus is how many memories did you get? How many copies did you pull? Because in this game, more so than a lot of games that I play, like, for instance, with Fire Emblem Heroes... duplicates you can do, but at the same time, if you don't have a bunch of duplicates to merge into a character, then it doesn't necessarily make or break you. In this game, they put so much emphasis on it, as we use the last of our rubies to try and see if we can maybe get a card before we decide to use this pity selector here. Gosh, we just need that last set card. Be the set card I need. Be the Rudy card. You're not Rudy. But yeah, with the memory situation as it is in the game right now, and this is a big reason why I hope that we never get Awakening level 10. I know it's probably going to happen. It's going to happen, but I don't want it. I don't want it at all. I don't think anyone does. Even whales don't want it. Let's just go ahead and do this, and then we'll use the pity. But yeah, it's one of those things where kind of going forward, I know that they're going to do more collabs, and I hope they learn from some of these things, because I get it. I mean, as you can see from this video, I've gotten nothing but shafted this entire video. I try not to let it make or break me. You know, for me, it is what it is. It's the nature of things. I'm not going to get bent out of shape about it. You know, rubies, I can always get more of, right? You can always grind for more rubies. You can always just get more rubies. It's not that big a deal. Payday's coming up as of the time of recording this video, so I'm definitely going to go back in on cards and try and finish that Knights of Asgard set. But let's get Rachel here. Nice. Exciting. I'm so excited to build her up. She's going to be great for the account. But so I think that is it for summons, though. I can't think of anything else. But I do have enough, I think, with the memories I counted up earlier, and having this duplicate, I can get her to Awakening level 4. So I can do a big review for her next week. I can do some extra content, get through Reviving Hell's Dungeon. I can get through some of these Immortals and kind of do guides for those, and start doing more of that type of content. So I'm excited. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. We'll go ahead. We won't do it all on video today. We'll build her up off camera and be back and show you some updates with her later next week. So let's level up Shane too here, since we didn't get any memories, but that's okay. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. whenever I put up this video, I'm intending on getting it up kind of Monday afternoon, morning-ish. So by the time this video goes up, the 7 Nights collab will either be ready to expire or will have expired. I'm hoping to get this video done tonight and then up Monday morning or afternoon, just so that way I can have some free time for the stream on Monday to get you guys a video with those coupon codes and get all that done and do like a stream rundown and so on and so forth. So that's going to be the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed watching me get the shaft. Peace. Well, so much for that being the end of the video. So right as I was getting into the final edits, I looked on the forum just to make sure that there were no new updates, and lo and behold, here we are. So Netmarble has gone ahead and given us a small glimpse of what will be the upcoming maintenance after the 7 nights go away. So it's looking like it is not going to give us any real details on the substance of this update, but it is going to at least give us a little bit of a brief rundown. So real quick, we'll go through this before we end the video. We'll have obviously more information after the stream this evening, but new fighters and battle cards, fighter battle card balance adjusted, new content, new events, new packages, content improvements, and system improvements and error fixes. So that is everything listed. No idea what it means by fighter battle card balance adjusted. I'm wondering if maybe those buffs that we are going to be seeing for Orochi and some of these other characters might come to fruition this quick. I don't know. It seems like a quick turnaround for that, but obviously we knew the new fighter and battle card was coming and the new content, so I'm sure we'll figure out more about this tonight during the stream, but right now it's looking like they're giving us a small glimpse of what to expect. So this is exciting, more exciting stuff. As I said earlier, there will be a breakdown of everything that we find out in the stream that is going to be happening tonight. I will try to get that up to you guys as soon as possible, although by the time that goes live, I'm sure we'll be under maintenance. So, but yeah, that is the update from Netmarble as of this morning, and hopefully it brings some great new content for all of us to enjoy. But anyway, I promise you that this is now the end of the video, so cue the outro, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Continue.